No. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Time it.
Pizza.
BLAZIN takes. Yeah. I just gotta have my BLAZIN. I know what this is. BLAZIN takes. If you get offended, so great. Y'all here because y'all want the real. And you know I'm gonna get it real. But enough with all that.
What's up, world? What it do? What it look like? This is Rick Blaze with another episode of Rick's BLAZIN Takes. And today's episode is GOAT Talk. We're talking GOAT Talk on today. I have to give a shout out to a GOAT living legend. Shout out to Serena Williams, retiring as we know it from professional tennis, and truly a GOAT. She's one of the few people who can transcend the sport, much like Tiger Woods did for golf. She's one of the few people that you may not watch the sport, but when she's on, you're watching it. That's how I felt about Tiger Woods in golf. When he's playing, I'm not watching golf. Golf is what I turn on when I need to get my best sleep on a Sunday because it puts me to sleep almost immediately. But before Tiger Woods, that's the only time I would turn on the golf. Now, whenever Tiger's playing, I'm not watching golf normally or regularly at all. But if Tiger's playing, I'm watching it just because Tiger is there. So that's what Serena was to professional golf, professional women's tennis. She was the type that when she's there, when she's playing, you're going to tune in, you're going to watch. And yesterday was no different. So congratulations to Serena Williams, an actual GOAT. And maybe pound for pound, she's by far the best professional woman athlete ever. I don't think that's debatable. There's a lot of great women athletes of all sports. I think she's the best professional woman athlete of any sport of all time. And I don't think it's close. What makes me say that? As I thought about what I was going to say, and as I'm saying it, I'm thinking about other great women athletes of their respective sports. Your Cheryl Swoops, your Cynthia Coopers, or your Lisa Leslie's in basketball. You have other great women tennis players, women figure skating, and you have women. Trying to think of other there's some professional women's baseball sport or football, so I can't mention that. But just any women's sport, she's the best at it. And the reason why, even in basketball, in boxing, best one, she's better than Layla. She's a better athlete than Layla Ali. And this is why I say this. She's the only woman that I can think of. And you guys get into Discord after you watch this and listen to this and let me know if you feel otherwise. But she's the only woman that I can think of that can actually compete with the men in her respective sport. Not saying she can beat all the men in her respective sport. That's not what I'm saying. But she can compete for real, on a real level. Like, I think Serena in her prime can beat a number 20th ranked male tennis pro. I really believe that. Serena in her prime can beat a 20th rank men's pro. That's big. That means she's in the top 20. I think she can be in the top 20 ranking in men's pro tennis if she was allowed to play on the men's pro. Do I think she can beat the number one guy? No, I'm not saying all that. And I'm not saying that she can't. I'm just saying I'm not going that far. I'm just saying she can seriously compete. If I think about the women's basketball, the best women basketball players, the Cheryl Swoops, the Cynthia Cooper, the Lisa Leslie's, or anybody you might think, Dawn Staley, all of those women, they're great. But I don't think any of those could take a starting role from any starting guard in the league, or forward, or small forward, whatever position they play. Matter of fact, I don't think in their prime they will be six man or six person off the bench. I think they'd be more like the eighth person, eighth, ninth in their prime. Because when you talk about basketball, there's so much speed and athleticism that at some point genetics take a role. I think Serena was genetically special, and even if you go to the best women's boxer, and I'm not a really big boxer person for the women, so the biggest person I know is Layla Ali, and I know she probably dominated the best. She couldn't beat a men's boxing champ. Like, she couldn't beat. I don't think she could beat a cruiserweight man. Probably not all of them. You know what I mean? So I just think that I'd say Serena's the greatest woman athlete of all time because I think she can actually compete with other men in her respective sport. And I challenge someone, it'd be a fun conversation to see if someone have somebody else. Now, you're going to name some great names. But again, they're not challenging a top 20 guy in their respective sport. I think Serena can beat a top 20 tennis player, tennis player. I seriously believe that in her prime. Period. Shout out to Serena Williams, man. This is GOAT Talk. This is a GOAT edition of SimWorld because we want to make sure that we are showing love to those who became GOATs right in front of our eyes. So shout out to Serena. Much credit and much success to it, whatever she has going moving forward. So to tie that into what we're doing with SimWorld, that's what these young men here are trying to do with this next season, 2023 season. They trying to looking for their GOATness on the high school level. Some players who went on looking for their GOATness on the college level. Some players who's moving on from who's going to be one and done looking for GOATness on their professional NBA level. And me, myself, Rick Blaze, I'm already a GOAT in my level, of course. Shout out to Around the Table. They're coming tomorrow. Hey, Bob, just so there's no hard feelings, man. I used the picture that you created for, man. I used it on the front cover. I hope you return that favor tomorrow. Oh, speaking of, Bob and I have our tiff and our taff. But let me let everybody know. Don't throw E-Live in the middle of this. Don't throw E-Money. E-Money is a neutral ground. You run an errand with E-Money, you run an errand with me. E-Money is a patron, and he's a modern-day Latter-day Saint. I don't quite know what that means, but he's that. That's all I got. Y'all have a good Saturday, man. Until next time. Peace and love. I'm out.
Great. Y'all here because y'all want the real. And you know I'm gonna get it. But enough of all that.